Okay, so on this problem, we've got a couple of x's with different powers. Let's remember the basic rule. If you have like x squared and x cubed right next to each other, that's x to the fifth, right? You have to add these powers. And why do you have to add them? Because x squared means 2x's, x cubed means 3x's. What do you got all together? 5x's, huh? So we have to add the powers. So it's the same thing here. We have to add the power. So the answer is going to be x to whatever they add to be, the add total. So how do we, but it's a little tricky how you add those, huh? So I've got to add 1/4 and 2/3. Sorry, I put it upside down. 1/4 and 3/2. So how do we add those powers since they're fractions? How do you add fractions? Remember, you got to make the denominators the same. When you add or subtract fractions, denominators must be the same, common denominator, right? So that means you come to this guy and you multiply top and bottom by 2. Why? Because that'll make them both the same. The first one doesn't change. The second one is now 6/4. Now we can add them 7/4. See what happened there? By multiplying top and bottom by 2, I made this 3/2 become 6/4. And now they have the same denominator, so you can add the numbers on the top. And you just keep the bottom the same. I want to make sure that makes sense. You might think, why do you keep the bottom the same? What if you had 1/4 and 2? Just think real life. What if I ate 1/4 of the pizza and then later I ate 2/4? How much did you eat all together? 3/8? No. You know that all together, that's 3/4. So you keep the common denominator. That's just real life, isn't it? So that's what we do here. You keep the common denominator. And by the way, you know this fraction 6/4. If I reduced it, if I divided top and bottom by 2, it'd go right back to 3/2. It's the same as 3/2, right? Whenever you do the same thing top and bottom, what you produce is the same as the original. It just looks different. Why do we do that? Because we had to make them look like they both have the same denominator so we can add them. So then the answer to this problem is x to the 7/4. It's okay to have the top bigger than the bottom. It doesn't matter. You can totally leave it. And they just want the exponent of x, just the power. So you just type in 7/4. Again, it's fine to have the top bigger than the bottom. There we go.